So what I have here today for you is the Andres pencil kit. It comes in a little tube like this here, and you got 4 pencils with it. And you can get these on Amazon for it's under 20 bucks. But basically, a little scraping tool that you have here, and a couple of, I guess, SOS type pencils here. And you can even sharpen these. I haven't had to sharpen them, and I've had them for 6 months now. I use them frequently. And then of course the pad or the bristles here. Now these here, one of the ends, you can actually take it, and when you squeeze it and turn, use your other hand obviously to turn that while holding onto this, and it'll bring more of the pad out, so you don't run out of pad. This side here is kind of run out because I failed to do it there. But lesson learned, and that's why we're doing that video, so you can learn it. What I want to do though is I got a couple of Indian heads, Indian head pennies that is, that I found on a recent hunt, and I would like to clean them. I'm going to do it with this pencil kit. So kind of the first thing that I did was I didn't clean them underwater, but I kind of just rinsed them off, because in the field I found them in the mud and they were already really wet, so I wanted to keep them wet, so I just kept them in mud and just put them in the case that I had with me. So I rinsed them off as soon as I got home, and they're still kind of wet. So what I want to do is take one of them and just kind of leave it in that damp paper towel, and then we'll work on this one here just a little bit. Basically all you really want to do, and I'll usually just start with the thick pencil, and then after I've used that I'll switch over to the smaller pencil. Basically here there's really no need for this fine tipped one. I usually use that for breaking crust off and stuff like this, but this doesn't have anything like that. So all I'm doing is just making little tiny circles here in a small concentrated area. And I'll take my brush and just kind of brush that dirt off, and I'll come back and do it again. Just keep it in that little tiny area. We'll brush it off some more. Kind of do the words a little bit. And be really gentle on anything copper, like these Indian head pennies or wheats. I suggest highly on starting on some wheats just to practice the lighter touch on it. A lot of times dirt left on these coins can give the coin a little bit more detail. So you don't want to knock all the dirt off of them. That's why you don't want to stick them in soapy water. Just these little tiny circles is perfect. And don't be afraid to just work on them a little bit and then come back to them a little bit later. You don't have to finish it all right away. We're just working on the rest of the head here really lightly. It doesn't take a lot of work with this pencil. I mean, it does a great job without you adding any force to it. You can see how the details just really coming out on this corner. Just turn it around. Alright, now we're on the date. Really lightly on the date. And you know what? I might even switch to the little pencil on that date just to get around it, because I just really don't want to get in between the dirt on that date, because that dirt really makes it stand out a little bit better. So here we are on the tiny pencil. We're coming back around to the other side, and you can see all that dirt that was left before is now starting to come off with the tinier pencil. Again, don't be forceful. Now we're just getting around these edges here. Alright, look, so I might leave it like this here for a little bit and then come back to it. Before I leave it though, I'll just get some grease on your finger, or even wipe it from your forehead. Just kind of rub it on there. You can see, when you do that, you see the detail that really comes out on the coin. It comes out a lot better. You can see the date and all that really well. You're starting to see a lot more detail. And of course, I'll come back and clean that up just a little bit more. Get some more of that dirt off. But, you know, we're going to go to the other side. But the thing is, you all get the idea. I'll show you a finished product of the whole thing at the end of this. But again, it's Andre's pencil kit, and I'm not advertising them or anything like that. But these things are great, and then for under $20, you can't beat it. I've done some great work on some other finds, and I might even post this here if I can find them. Thanks, and hope you enjoyed watching.